Hi there, my name's Andy and I'm going to talk you through my top 5 great piano techniques that you should all incorporate into your playing that are very straightforward, but so few beginners start to use them, and I want to encourage more people to do so. The first one is using the sustain pedal, which is the only way that these notes are currently ringing out without me having to press my fingers or keep those fingers down per each chord. Let me give you an example. The start of Bohemian Rhapsody. This is with the sustain pedal without. It sounds a little plinky plonky, right? If you've ever noticed that sound in your own playing, get used to using this sustain pedal. A tutorial that's up on my channel already is Clocks by Coldplay. That is a great way to start using the sustain pedal. The technique, importantly, is when you press down the chord, you lift off your toe or your foot off of that sustain pedal and then immediately press it back down. Okay, that's the technique. You can see when that green indicator is on, that I'm pressing it down or I'm lifted off. When we hold that toe down until you get to the next chord, in which case you lift off and press it back down again. That makes you sound very professional, as I say, even with Bohemian Rhapsody. That is definitely my number 1 tip. Second tip is to try using some chromatics. This is incorporated into a lot of otherwise very simple piano songs. Let's take Piano Man by Billy Joel. Here now we have all of this kind of thing in there. Especially this part. Every note from there. It's actually just the chromatic scale, and actually doing a little exercise such as that is a great one just to get used to this, all using either the thumb and the first or the thumb and the middle finger. It's a really great way to get some faster parts into your playing, something to play about with. Tip number 3 is octaves. This would generally be using our thumbs and little fingers only, guys, like this, okay? Let's use the example Greatest Day by Take That. Really powerful, big opening, but without the octaves, if I just played the 2 notes that are essential from that riff, it actually sounds not that big and impressive, and even less impressive without using tip number 1, without using the foot pedal, the sustain pedal. Compare. Recommend training through different exercises and techniques, but being aware of this spread of the hands. It is to do with how you sit as well, keeping relaxed from the shoulders, otherwise this kind of technique isn't possible. But that thumb to little finger stretch can really make simple things sound very impressive, and we're not even really moving our fingers, we're just kind of moving our hands in this kind of fashion. Something to experiment with. Tip number 4, utilizing the octaves that we have on our piano. Beginners seem to be very constrained between like here and here, just these 5 notes or even these 2 octaves. But the things that we play low down, we can also play exactly the same thing higher up. Just move your fingers up. You get such different tonality, and even if it's for one of the first songs that I would recommend that most people kind of look at, Heart and Soul. know, we can also play that. Okay, utilizing the fact, and you don't need a ginormous keyboard to be able to do that, but you don't also have to play just within those first few notes that you're sat in front of. Move your hand to the right, it's exactly the same. Move it to the right again. Those same notes exist. They look the same, they feel the same. Spread those hands or move everything up and down and see what it sounds like. Experiment with that. Final tip, tip number 5, has to be just a little bit of music theory, which does not have to be sight reading or reading notes on the stave, though I do include, in all my newer tutorials, I include what all these notes look like on the page as well. But it's utilizing the music theory that is laid out in front of us very simply with the chords in a key and major scale harmony, which is known as diatonic chords. For example, the key of C uses the common chords C, G, F, A minor, and essentially all the white keys. If you've never done this before, I highly encourage you to put your right hand on the 3 notes that make a C major chord, C, E, and G, and then just move each of those fingers, essentially. Keep your fingers still, actually, and just move your hand right by 1 key per each note. We're keeping our fingers still. We're not putting the middle 2 fingers down. We're putting the thumb, middle, and little. Right again, right again. Keep going until we get back to C. And then we get all the chords that are in the key of C, that are in all your kind of favourite songs, even if it's something like Piano Man. Okay, most of the time, we're going to be sticking to those white keys, very rarely going to the sharps, but sometimes, like in Piano Man, the odd sharp can happen because that's practically what songs do. But most of the songs that you learn, especially as a beginner, are going to be in the key of C. So learning the C major scale and the chords in the key of C are going to really help you on your piano journey. That is where I would be starting if you've done some level of piano in the past, but you're wanting to kind of refresh your game and recommit to learning more piano and improving your skills. Those would be the things that I would focus on. Thank you so much for watching. This is my Andy Piano YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know your thoughts and ideas of what you want to see on this channel in the comments below. Song suggestions, technique suggestions, and I will film those videos for you real soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.